Hey, welcome back to Quick Looks with the Casual Hour. I'm Bobby. Joining me as always, the gamer on the go, Chase, and we are gonna break some rifts today, baby. Chase, what do you think about that?
I love to break rifts in Destiny. Like when you got like the warlock who just puts one down.
Yes.
They're hoping that they can just save themselves by a little bit of life, and you're like, no, I got you, buddy. You're done. That's what we're doing here. We're playing Destiny, right?
This is a Destiny simulator.
Oh, cool, sweet.
I don't know. Actually, what is this game?
I think it's a Bobby game.
This is a Bobby game, baby. Tell us a little bit more about who makes this Bobby game.
Yeah, this is made by EXOR Studios.
Okay.
EXOR, everybody knows EXOR. You probably know one of their other games that they've made. You've probably not heard of one of the other games they made. But Bobby, let me run down this list because I think these are quote unquote great names.
Okay.
How about X-Morph Defense?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's X-Morph Defense.
That sounds about right.
That's on stuff. That's on PC, Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. That's a thing. How about Zombie Driver HD?
I've played none of that game.
No, I didn't think you had. It looks like the image on their website has a taxi cab that has a bunch of like demolition derby shit on it, like they've reinforced it.
Okay.
And it also has a bunch of guns, and there's a skull hood ornament on the taxi cab. That's good stuff. And then the last game I see on their list here, it's called Dip Rip.
Dip Rip. Okay.
Yeah, that is DIPRIP, and there are periods after all of those letters. I cannot find anything about what Dip Rip stands for, but it is an apocalyptic car combat game based on Valve Software's Source Engine.
Huh.
So
interesting.
You know.
Okay.
They're a Polish studio. That's what I know.
Okay.
That's EXOR Studios. I told you way more than you've ever needed to hear about EXOR Studios. But this game seems kind of cool. They showed this off. It was coming to Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
Which is why I saw it, because we did one of our monthly preview episodes that we do on our Wednesday podcast.
Yes. Yes.
Every Wednesday at 10:30 Central, of course. But it when I saw this game, I was like, okay, this game looks extremely like other games that Bobby likes, which means some craftings in there, some kind of survival stuff, and basically just the idea of building. Like, you like games like Satisfactory, and what are some of the other games that are in that genre that you really took to?
I like Subnautica. I like Minecraft. I like these sandbox sim builders quite a bit, and that's something that I really discovered over the course of the pandemic. But I always liked them, but then I was like, this is kind of your thing. And I spent a lot of time exploring in those worlds versus my own at that time. Well, Chase, let me tell you a little bit about this one. And before I do, give us a like and a subscribe here on YouTube. We post quick looks like this a few times a week, and we bring over our live stream video on demands from Twitch. Always a good time. Please stick around and let us know what you think down below. So, Chase, this game is on Game Pass. We're playing this on PC today. I've got my second world save set up here because it was a little challenging. They throw a lot at you at the very beginning, and I'm going to do my best to introduce you to some of those systems or the loop there is for this game. So we're pretty early on. I'm not going to do too much spoilery stuff for this quick look, but I think we should be able to cover a pretty basic understanding of what this game is, at least in the early hours of it.
Who's this thing talking to you? This is you talking right now, your character, but who is the robot voice talking to you?
I just forgot its name as you asked me that. So you have essentially, like, for let's call it Jarvis for anybody who likes Marvel stuff. So you've got the suit that you're in, and you've got an AI system that's helping you out that will be communicating with you, giving you objectives on what you should be doing. As I come in here to our...
Because what's the story here? Like, you've just been thrown to a planet and you're just supposed to make it capitalism?
Essentially, you come down to what's being defined as like another Earth in a way, and you open a rift to come here, and so you are here to find resources, build, expand, and to colonize on this planet. There is some early dialogue in it, and I don't have all of it pulled up here right now, but essentially, like saying, hey, it's a pity we can't upload anything back to Earth. There's so much data to be gathered here. I can't wait to start collecting research specimens. And that opens up a dialogue around, like, I wish we didn't have to destroy things like life forms on this planet in order to do that. So they have a little bit of a conscience when they're talking to you about, pillaging this planet. But early in the game...
It's too bad we're being forced to pillage this planet.
Right. They drop you down on this world that we're at right now. And your first thing you have to do is build a headquarters. And carbonium, and then there is ironum near. There's a high content of that, and that's what you need for a lot of this early build. And you can see over here I have I think it's ironum. Is that how you would pronounce that? Iron and IUM?
Ironium?
Ironium? Sure. Yeah. So you have an ironium deposit over here, and then carbonium over here.
Yeah, sure.
So
they just took an element and then put inium.
Yeah, pretty much. So they give you that. They also drop you in this Mecha-Suit with Ashley, and so there is a lot more combat in this game than what I would be used to. And I mean, maybe Minecraft had quite a bit of combat in it, but especially something like Satisfactory, like there's some combat, but you've got an entire equipable deal
yeah, it
here.
looks like you got a laser sight on your right arm there.
Yeah, so it's got some twin stick movement when you are playing it, and you're going to rotate on that axis pretty quickly. You can have a left hand and a right hand and equip multiple weapons that you'll be cycling through. You have skills that you can upgrade and equip. You can also change your appearance. I have not unlocked any of that here in this quick look. And then there's skills and consumables that you can have on a hotbar. And right now we just have health, and then we have these mines that we can drop. There's also upgrades that we can get.
You said this was your second world. You're like, you started a new one for the quick look. How's your first one going?
It got fucking wrecked, man. So you're seeing a pretty passive go at this currently, but there is hordes of alien life that will come and just wreck your shit, like completely annihilate it. And they can take away like piranhas on meat, termites to wood, however you've seen a cartoon demonstrate that. It's real quick when it happens, and it happens at a frequency, and it just made it really hard for me to feel like I was able to understand all the systems that were going on to it, because this is the main hub that I've built. This is our headquarters, and that has abilities to upgrade. So if I have this entire crafting menu, which is really cool. Like, I think this is done very well, and I like what it's asking us to do here. But then you come over to something like this, and when I click on it, well, now I've got all these options. So then I can come in and unlock all this. So I'm currently researching.
Okay, that looks like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so this is a research building, and as you can see, I've got some research queued up, and this is, research time to do it. So then when you do this, that will unlock other upgrades. Okay, now you can mine or search for this material. Now you can craft these weapons in your armory. And you've got some objectives. So right now it says place the foundation for the Rift Station. A lot of the free space around it. So we're going to do that while we're hanging out.
Okay, I don't want to waste a ton of your resources here, but I would like to see you just go to an empty spot and just, hey, here's how I would start building, what you have here, or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. So on the mini map in that bottom right hand corner, you see what I've seen so far is kind of in that grayish blue color, but then you're going to see a cobalt blue and an orange rust color plot on there. So I'm heading over here towards this deposit. And when you first start the game, if you hold down space, I can just start to suck up this material, but I'm at max on it. So I can't get any more because I've already taken up. And you see in the upper right hand corner, you can see my power levels.
And also this is slow, and you have to do it yourself, and that's bullshit. And what if you could just automate everything, right?
Yeah. So power is the first point of getting this set up. And when you open up this menu, you're going to see this first icon is what they consider to be some of your
it's getting cloudy.
Or
it looks like
base
it's going to rain.
Building shit that you'll need. Over here is your power one. So you have energy storage where I can basically have, if I have a wind turbine and I have an excessive wind, it will put that into it.
From solar panels
but like solar panels, as you can see in the game right now, we have rain. Well, solar panels aren't going to get the job done. So they say you need to diversify your power sources. But this carbonium power plant is what I would start with. And I'd place that down, and then it's got a system that builds. And you can see as I start to move stuff around, like it can get interconnected, which I like that visual quite a bit. I like the grid-based system. So now I'm going to have a power source based off of the material here. And what I like about these as little power outputs is that I can then come over to my dig tool and I have a factory. And so anything that's in blue we can place because it has a resource it needs. So I can place this on the edge and I can do the same thing over here and really start to maximize the amount of building that we can do. And so I've got 3 that are going to power off of that. I can then also come over here and build in storage that's going to come off each one of these factories to allow them to start and grabbing things. And you can see that my pool up in the upper right hand corner, if you focus on that, it's going to be going down but then quickly back up based off of me putting these around it. So what I'm doing is just giving myself a surplus of that resource. Now this is away from everything that would be crucial. Like the resource factor, or the headquarters is where you respawn, and if that's fucked, then you're fucked. The next thing I would look at is creating some defense for this, and what I like to do is very simple, especially early game. I'm just going to put a fence around it, and this is a really nice drag mechanic, so I can drag this around, and then that's going to immediately send things out that start to craft that. And I'll come around over here, and I want to do the same thing where I bring that over. And I don't have the ability to take out that rock. I can clear out other types of foliage and stuff like that.
The rain is over.
So I'll bring this out.
But does that rock act as like a natural barrier, though?
Yep. So I can just kind of cruise it along that edge there if I wanted to. And come up like so. And then over here, I'll bring that around to that rock also. Now, once I have that built, I need to get a gate that goes into it, and I can turn this any way I want to. But I'm just going to put an entry point. And this is an automatic gate that will allow me to walk right through without any issues. But then I need to add some defense on it. And this is where I think you might like this game a little bit more than I will. So I like to build stuff, but I know that you're a big tower defense fan. And
I enjoy tower defense, yeah.
I think that that's what this game really is more than anything. It's crafting with tower defense. And so, because you're dealing with hordes and it gives you countdowns like, hey, you're going to have an attack in 5 minutes. Or if you do this upgrade, you're going to really get these aliens fired up. So be ready and build your defenses up. So I've added all these turrets. I'll put one more over here just for safekeeping.
Not enough
They don't appear to
AI
have energy.
cores. Build more AI
Yeah,
hubs.
so you also need AI hubs to do that, which is this here. So I'm going to put this AI hub right in here. Once that's done, I'll be able to place one more. But they don't have energy, as you pointed out. I have now these little connectors that I can drop. So again, this is our main point of power. But what I'd like to do is on the outsides of these, I like to build another backup. So I've got now solar power on that side. And then if I really wanted to, I could come up to this and put a couple wind turbines on this side. And then I would just put a fence around those as well.
Okay, good. I like the double fence method. That's a nice method.
Yeah. So I've got that fence there protecting essentially backup power for us. And then once I have this placed, that's protected. So those are good. I'll do the same thing here really quick. Oops.
A new technology.
About how much time do you think you've put into this game so far?
For construction.
If you include my other location, a couple hours. So now I've got that. The last thing I need to do here to get everything up and running is add some connectors where I might need it. But because we put power on this outside grid like that, we're in a pretty good spot. Like everything should have power. And I can come in here, I've got these resources going up. As you can see, that's going. My power output is not exceeding what we're capable of. So that's a good example of how I would set up an early game carbonium little mining. And again, I'm not a pro at this. You probably are like, this guy fucking sucks. There's much better ways to do that. But that's how I would do it. And then I've got also a biomass fueler, so I can just start to clear this out if I wanted to have more room. And I'm just using...
Now the thing you just built, do you need a way to funnel that energy, that stuff into your headquarters, or it's just there?
It's just there doing it, which is really cool.
Okay.
So that
is nice.
That's like, this is all contained. It's got its own power source plus some external ones. Oh, I don't have power on that guy. So let me add a connector really quick.
Steel storage is full. Build more storage.
So that should fill that up. There we go. So I've already filled up my steel again based off of what that's putting out. And that goes pretty quick once we start to upgrade stuff. So if I came back down to our main little base here.
Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
I get over here and I come up to this main headquarters, which I'm researching stuff for. It'll say like, hey, you need, if I want to upgrade upgrade this. Over there, it's saying like, hey, you can't. Like, I can't go past what I have on this level 2 because I haven't researched it yet. And the one thing that we have to do is place a foundation for the Rift Station. So I was going to do that over here. And this is the one thing that is telling you like, hey, you need to put down actual standard flooring. And I can change the size of that. So I'm just going to do some big flooring here, which I'm not worried about using this up because we have a surplus of steel. And we just gotta, this is me trying to make room in those bins currently.
Sure.
So I'll put this down. And if I was like later game in this, and as I in my first world, like it looked a lot nicer than what some of this other stuff. Like I would put down a floor, and then whoops, I didn't mean to do it that way. So that's my problem with a game like SimCity or something like that. Is like, yes, I want it to like I just want it to look nice. Yeah.
Like I know that I'm trying to build something here to make it work functionally as a city, but I also want it to just be symmetrical or something, or yeah.
So I should be able to go in here and now put this Riftbreaker down, or this Rift Station, I'm sorry. So I'm going to place that here because I've already got a funneled power source going into it.
Construction of the Rift Station's foundation is in progress.
Chase, one thing I want to call out that I'm not a huge fan of. I don't know if I like the voice acting in this game a lot.
That was one thing that in the trailer extremely put me off. Your AI companion guy here, especially because he was cracking wise to you in the trailer.
Yeah.
And it seems like he was talking to you all the time. In this part, like just watching you play, he's only talked to you like twice.
Right.
But yeah, I don't love
please
the
do, Mr.
companion.
Riggs. This
Yeah,
is
it's Mr. Riggs,
exactly
that's his
what I
name.
wanted to hear after traveling halfway through the galaxy.
Captain Novak, you were selected for the Rift Jump to Galatea.
So it's just it's a little much. But to your point, it's not. I mean, it's a big part of the game.
These games just don't need stories. The story stuff is kind of built in of, hey, we just need resources or whatever, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. Like, just get in there and start building your shit because that's what you want to do with one of these games.
Yep.
Okay, that's a
What
nice
are those
switch.
pinky
It
mushroomy
sounds very
things that
uplifting.
you walked by? Does it do anything?
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Okay.
They're
It's like
just
a
there.
light source in the game.
Yep. So here's some
Sacrifice
enemies.
part.
I can start to take them out.
Okay. Scorpion-looking dudes.
Yep.
Yes.
And they're over
That
here
and
hanging
a
out
few
by a
other
lot of this
things.
ironium.
Do you want me to read further motivational?
So here's like how you'll see some of the horde
That's
stuff
enough
coming
of
in.
Colonel
Yeah.
Let's skip the military pathos and stick to your original
Like, you don't-
programming. We've got
Maybe you
a
haven't
to
gotten
explain.
this far, but are these guys coming from somewhere? Can you go to their home and exterminate all of them, or block them off in some way?
Yeah, that's
Or are
that's
they just spawning and you're dealing with them as they come?
Yep, it'll start to be at a point where it's like, hey, there's a nest nearby that's fucking your stuff up. Go take out the nest. And then they'll be like, hey, there's a huge swarm coming in. Like it's a big bad coming in, and that's So here we go. We've got an attack coming in.
Okay.
Vanessa's saying you've got a minute 53 to prepare for this. So what I'm gonna do is go back to our defensive here, and I'm gonna get this thing somewhat protected.
Sure. Right, fence that thing up.
And try and protect it a little bit. They'll make short work of this fence line, I think, but it still gives me time to get over to them and hopefully keep this bullshit from getting too bad.
Yeah. Now, one thing we haven't shown, and I don't know if you've dealt with this in your previous game, but from the trailers that I've seen, this game goes places.
Yes.
In that, not from a story perspective, it doesn't seem like, but it goes places literally. You are going to here's a volcanic kind of area, and you're farming for specific resources in that spot, or here's a more like
Steel storage is full.
watery,
Build more
oceany
storage.
biome kind of thing that you're going to, that you're getting different resources there. Did you pick where you wanted to go for this, or does it just kind of pick like, hey, you start at the foresty one first, and deal with the rest of them later?
Yeah, that's a great call out. It does start you here, and what we just built, or what we're building over there, that is the Rift Station, which is going to allow us to do that. So farming will get really interesting in this game, where it will be like, hey, I'm just going to go through my Rift and go to that desert and grab those resources. And I think that's got me really excited about this game.
But that's also like another front that you have to worry about when enemies show up, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so I need to build an orbital scanner. I've got some power there. I need to put...
You got 4 seconds before you're...
I know. I'm going to try and connect these over here. And that should let me get some power. Alright, so they're going to be coming down here from this side.
Isn't easy to find.
How do you know that?
There's a skull.
Handling technology and search
and you can see that they're already at our base over here.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and get over here quickly and try and take them out. Now, some of these creatures are going to have defense systems against physical. You'll have to do other types of... oh, shit, they're all over the space over here. All right, I'm going to let that one go because they're back here at our main base. And you can see as I'm heading to the map, I think that's where they're at. Or this might be power issues that I've got. Oh, yeah, that's the time I need to get that shit. Okay, they're gone.
That was it?
That was a small one. That wasn't like a major event one. But I did kill some of those bigger things that were over by there. So I downloaded the Cobalt handling technology. I need to find it using the Geo Scanner. If I hold down the space bar, it's going to give me this indicator to head that way. And I can keep holding it. And it's going to speed up.
That's a good idea.
I can show you really quick crafting on those new weapons, and I think that'll be a pretty good insight to what this game is.
Okay.
Let me bring this over here. Close.
Colder.
Close over here.
That's sounding pretty hot.
Yep.
Is it more to the right?
Maybe? Yeah.
I'm sensing slight tremors. They are intensifying over time. It looks like an earthquake is coming.
Alright, so there we go. Now it's giving me that, and I can discover what this is. And that put out...
It's an earthquake! It's going to seriously damage all buildings near its epicenter.
Oh god, of course.
That sounds bad.
Of course! It's gonna fuck all of our stuff up! All of this!
Oh, yeah, it seems like your shit's a little fucked there, buddy.
Oh boy, here we go. That's what I'm saying, man. The game... It is a little cheap. We'll see how bad this gets.
This is a real SimCity, hey, something's on fire.
Yep. Go fix it. Guess I pull up repair. This is perfect.
Yeah. One of my actually, I don't know why I keep bringing up SimCity, but like one of my least favorite parts about SimCity was there's some challenge mode stuff that you can deal with where you start with what's basically a fully formed city, and then it will have something go wrong with it, and now you have to fix things, and you kind of have to put things back together. And I hate that because like everything's basically already built for you. And now you have to figure out ways of destroying stuff that is potentially helping you, but you know it's not helping you necessarily for the future. And that's what I'm getting out of this earthquake thing. It's like, oh, I've already built this thing. I don't want to have to build it back.
And investigate that area.
So there's there's an attack happening. All right, so the earthquake wasn't awful. Didn't do anything crazy bad. Let me upgrade our armory really quick so we can get...
Does this game have like a creative mode, more or less, where you don't have to worry about any of the enemies and can just build?
I don't know.
Steel storage is full. Build more.
I don't know if that's the case or not. Saving.
It does have difficulty modes, though, right?
Yes, and we're playing this on easy right now.
Okay.
All right. So select armory and enter the crafting menu. And craft an item. All right. So this is if we wanted to build out other weapons. So you're going to learn blueprints, and that's part of the download that I have with these research stations. So I could increase the amount of time it takes to research things by building another one of these communication subs. But it's telling me that I need to build an orbital scanner. So I need to find a spot to put that up really quick. And this is what's going to allow us to find other places on our building. But I don't have the resources for it. That's that cobalt that we have to have. And that's what will open up the rift that then we could transfer and go to these other areas. So the orbital scanner building, once we have that, it would let us know where we could go. And like, hey, here's our headquarters. Here's the other locations I can just jump to and open the rift and make that happen. This is also telling
Bobby,
me...
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you like this game?
Man, I think I like parts of this game quite a bit. It hasn't gripped me like it hasn't gripped me like a Satisfactory, and I'm not here to like shit on anything when I say that. There's things that I really like about it. I don't know how much I like how heavy it is at the beginning of like protecting and building and that sort of thing. Like I would like to be able to have a bit more creative, like just build your shit, have fun, do that, where I don't feel like I'm at danger. And again, like I know that some of these games that I've played, they really require you to go a little bit further in your skill trees before you feel like you're competent and safe. And I think that there is an element that you should feel unsafe while playing games like this. So maybe that's just on me, but I feel like I'm competing with quite a bit of stuff that wants me to not do well early on. And
yeah, I don't necessarily want this to be an either or, but like I don't play these games. So if I were to try one, or if I were to tell you, hey, I think I might be interested in giving one of these a shot, my feeling is that you'd probably say, oh, well, Satisfactory is the one you should try.
Yeah, I think Satisfactory is a fantastic video game. It's damn near perfect for me.
But is that game on Game Pass?
It's not on Game Pass, and I'll tell you what, like I think this being on Game Pass is really good. I think that's a great place for it. I think that
even though the game itself might not be as accessible, it is more accessible in a way because you could get it if you just had Game Pass.
Yeah, and look, I think that if I put the time in, which, at the time of recording this, late October, I might not have as we prepare for Game of the Year to like get the systems down and understand the enemy types.
Ooh,
and
those are some big boys.
Yeah, they're pretty like. I've encountered some like steel robotic looking shit. Like,
warning, a new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
So here we're at the nest, I think, or close to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're just running over there, buddy.
Yeah, I thought I might show this stuff off a little bit before we wrap things up.
Oh, hi.
This looks like a nest of some sort.
It is a nest.
Clear it out and reduce the strength of hostile attacks.
So if you take the
There is a
nest
lot
out,
of
you're
them
going to have
inside.
less frequent
This may be
attacks.
difficult.
On the easy,
Sure.
like playing this on easy, I cannot tell you how little you get attacked in comparison to just the normal mode. Like it's just non-stop. It felt like I was just being berated by these things. All right, so all that's full. Doesn't do us a whole lot of good, but we did take out the nest, which is great. I think we did for the most part. Oh, there's an
This should
upgrade.
stop them from gathering in this area and improve our chances of survival.
Cool. So
Everything
that's
helps.
kind of a run and clear a nest. And we're at the end of the map. Like I can't go any further south. right
Okay,
now.
I was about to ask how big are these maps?
Yeah, they're not great. Let me heal up, drop a mine down. The game does look pretty though. It's got some really nice visual stuff for it with DirectX and some of the ray tracing on the light, especially. I think that looks really good.
Uh-oh. You messed up there, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. We can back it up. I'll be able to heal myself in 1 second. All right. Done a little repair, and nest has been cleared out. But like even in that long stretch going all the way down, like there wasn't a ton of other resources for me to grab. There was something over here, which is I think the cobalt. If I wanted to go grab that, which I'm not going to do for this quickly because we're going to wrap this up. But that's what you would do. You would go over there, get that material, and then you could finish your orbital scanner, and then
Steel storage is full. Build
let's get
more
the hell out of
storage
here.
facilities.
Start opening up those rifts. So Chase, this is Riftbreaker. I like a lot of it. I'm not quite sure how I feel about a good chunk of it, and I don't know if that's me or the game, and I need to figure that out. But I think some aspects of this are 100% Big Bobby energy, and I appreciate what it's trying to do. I just don't know if I'm
Ashley,
the
I'm
right one
detecting
for
a
it.
sudden change in
What
air.
powers Big Bobby Energy? Is that cobalt or is that ironium?
It's ironium.
Very
Ironic.
That didn't work.
Ironicium.
End this quick left, Bobby, please.
Hey, if you like what we have to say about video games, we do that
hard to see
a lot
anything in this
every
fog.
week. You can follow along with that on all of our social, which is at the Casual Hour, but we also stream 3 nights a week. Monday nights, we do something called Casual Mondays, where we play games kind of like Riftbreaker, or more turn-based tactics strategy games. Wednesday night, we record our podcast, The Casual Hour, live. And Friday, we just do a casual crew hangout, let's play of kind of a flavor of the week game for us. And you can follow us along twitch.tv/casual hour, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10:30 p.m. Central.
Build more storage facilities.
Like I said, like and subscribe for more quick looks like this. And we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be back with more stuff later on. Take care.